Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me on our Wednesday yoga segment this morning. We'll get going here in a few minutes to allow people to log on. If you are joining me for yoga this morning or later today, you'll need your yoga mat. Also, if you have a little towel, it would be great to have a little towel. Also, if you are fortunate enough to have a yoga block, you can have a yoga block, but you don't need to have this. I just like to sit on my block because I have tighter hips and it allows my knees to have a little less pressure. So go ahead and grab your items and I'll meet you on your mat. Okay, so we'll get going here in about 90 seconds. Thanks for joining me. I got Josh as my cameraman this morning.
Is the reading only at the end?
Yes. Still trying to figure out all the technology and views so that you can see us well. Now I'm in the dark apparently, so we'll get that going back. Yay, here I am again. So we'll get going in about a minute. Just to give you guys some time to log on. Hopefully you joined us this morning for a body weight or a strength workout, or maybe both. If you're like me, I got to do both. So I need this yoga stretch. We've got about 45 seconds. If you have any commentary, let us know. Make sure you can see me and hear me. If there's any problems, put a comment up there so Josh can let me know. About 20 seconds here. All right, I'll get you guys going here. So I'll meet you on your backs with your knees hugging into your chest. So go ahead and roll onto your back, hug your knees in, and you can do a little rock side to side here, a little massage for your low back. Also, I forgot to mention, you should take your socks off here to practice yoga. That way you can really have that connection with your foot to the ground. Also, it's really helpful with balance too, having your sock off. So if you can, take your socks off. Coming back in towards the center, hug your right knee into your chest, and then go ahead and extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. Do a little ankle mobility here, so circling your ankle out in one direction, and then maybe going in the other direction. You can flex and fan the toes of your foot. Getting all those little creaks and cracks out here this morning. Just taking some nice deep breaths in and long breaths out. One more here. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. And then go ahead and switch sides. Hug your left knee into your chest. With your inhale, extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and circle out your ankle on the right side. Roll it in one direction and then the other direction. Again, you can flex and fan the toes of your foot. Just getting that ankle moving this morning. Breathing into the back of your right leg. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. Hug both knees into your chest and give yourself a nice little squeeze, a little love. And then grab onto the back of your thighs. Go ahead and rock yourself forward to a seated position. So here's where you're going to need your towel. If you had your towel, go ahead and grab your towel. Make sure it's handy. Sit up with a nice tall spine. So Sukhasana pose, an easy seat. Nice seated cross-legged position. If you have a block, again, if you have issues with your knees, you can always take that block, slide it underneath your hips. Bringing up your hips a little bit higher than your knees helps to take some of that pressure off. Go ahead and bring your arms out to the side, palms pointing forward. On your inhale, reach your arms up overhead. On your exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up and open. Exhale your hands to your heart center. 2 more. Inhale and reach them high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one. Inhale, reach them all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart and close your eyes. Calling to mind your intention for your practice today. Your reason for showing up on your mat. Repeating your intention to yourself 3 times. Always knowing that what we believe is what we create. Inhale and reach your arms high, stretch up, look up, give it up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Go ahead and grab your towel here. We're going to do a little shoulder stretch this morning. So I'll show it facing forward first, and then I'll show it so you can see my back as well. So we're going to do what's called cow face arms. For those of you who know yoga, for those of you who don't, I know that sounds a little bit weird. But what you'll do is you'll place your towel in your right hand, bend your right elbow so that your right elbow is pointing up towards the ceiling. The back of your hand, your right hand is behind your neck. Take your left arm, bend your elbow, and reach back and around and try to grab that towel with your hand. So you're pushing the back of your head into your right forearm. Your right elbow is pointing up towards the ceiling. Your left elbow is pointing down towards the ground. So this is the forward-facing version. And I'll show you. I'm going to try to turn myself all the way around here. So again, sitting up with that nice tall spine. And it doesn't matter how close your hands are here, but you're keeping your low ribs down. Elbow pointing up towards the ceiling, left elbow pointing down towards the ground. Taking some nice deep breaths in and long breaths out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in and long breath out. Go ahead and release your arms. You can shake them out if you need to. You can do a little shoulder rolling so we can set up the left side. So maybe roll the shoulders forward a little bit, roll them back. I know mine are nice and tight after doing all that strength work this morning. And then we'll set up the left side. So you'll grab your towel now in your left hand, bring your left arm up overhead, bend your left elbow, take your right arm, bring it behind you, reaching for that towel if you can. You don't have to force it. If it's not easily accessible, then don't force it. Left elbow points up towards the ceiling, right elbow points down towards the ground. Pushing the back of your head into your left forearm. Nice tall spine so the ribs are staying down so you're not arching through the spine here. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice deep breaths in and long breaths out. Noticing how one side is a lot tighter than the other side. For me, it's my left side. It's super tight. I can't get my fingers anywhere near each other. Right side's a little easier. So again, just being gentle with the side that causes a little more stress, a little more anxiety. Let's take 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more big breath in. And long breath out. Go ahead and release your arms and throw that towel off to the side. Again, roll the shoulders forward a little bit here. And then go ahead and roll them back, get them down and away from your ears. Remove your block if you were seated on it. And then go ahead and find your way into a tabletop. So all fours. Stacking your shoulders right over your wrists, your knees right underneath your hips. So a few cat cows here. On your inhale, reach your sit bones high, drop your belly down, pull your shoulders on your back and look forward for cow. On your exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, pull up and in for cat. Inhale and come back to cow. Use the whole length of your breath to complete the movement. Exhale, cat. One more here. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale your air here. Curl your toes under, take a nice deep breath in, and then on your exhale, find downward facing dog. Push your hips up and back. Hands are nice and wide, fingers are open wide, whole palm connects to the ground. Feet are about hip distance apart, so that's about 2 fists between the big toes, maybe a little bit less. And you're softening your upper chest towards your upper thighs. Getting length through the side body, so making your body into an upside down V. Bending your knees as much as you need to, especially if you have tight hamstrings or a tight low back. You may have to bend your knees a little bit more. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. You can walk your dog a little bit, bending one knee deeply, pushing the opposite heel down and back. Moving in your breath, moving in a way that feels good for your body. Inhale and come to the tips of your toes. Exhale and bend your knees, look forward. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Big toes can come to touch, or you can have some space in between. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Nice long spine. Exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep your gaze down so your neck stays long. Exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Grounding down through your 2 feet. Inhale and rise to the top. Sweep your arms out to the side, up and over your head. Exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. One more time. Ground down and rise to the top with your inhale. Stretching up, maybe a little bit back if it feels good. Exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale to a high plank. Plant your hands and step your feet back, so the very top of your push-up. Hugging everything in towards the midline. Taking nice deep breaths in and long breaths out. Knowing you can drop your knees down at any time if you need to support your low back or your shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. On your next inhale, use your whole inhale to lift your right leg high with an internal rotation. So that means the right hip and the right toes are pointing down. Flexing and fanning the toes of the right foot like you're standing on the back wall. Pushing the weight up and out of your shoulders, down and back towards your left heel as you lift your right leg higher with an inhale. On your exhale, go ahead and step your right foot forward in between your hands. Spin your back heel flat. So your right toes are pointing forward towards the front of the mat. Your left toes are pointing forward towards the left front corner of your mat. And on your inhale, rise to a warrior one. So in warrior one, your front knee is right over the ankle. Your hips are pointing forward. So you're squaring the hips towards the front of the room, towards the front of your mat, really pushing through the outer edge of that back foot so you can bend deep into the front knee. Belly's hugging in, tail's dropping down. Lower half of your body is pushing down and forward. Upper half of your body is pulling up and out. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, open up to a warrior two. So your right toes remain pointing forward. Your left foot is now parallel to the back edge of your mat. So the pinky toe side of your foot is parallel. The front heel is intersecting the arch of the back foot. Your left hip's in alignment with the right, and your front knee is still right over the right ankle. So you should be able to look down and see your right big toe. If not, just pull your knee over towards the pinky toe side. Hug your belly in, keep your tail nice and long, and then go ahead and extend through your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, but then soften them down your back. Bringing your gaze over your right fingertips. Feeling your breath moving in and out of your body. Trying a little less and breathing a little bit more. Deep breath in. Long breath out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now keeping your legs exactly the same. With your inhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm goes down the back leg, right arm reaches high. So you're keeping that deep bend in the front knee so it's over the ankle. Feeling that stretch through the whole right side body. And it's more about going up here than it is about going back. So making sure you're not caving in through the left side. Keeping the left side nice and long as well. Taking a nice deep breath in. And a long breath out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, find warrior two. I know that right leg is burning a little bit. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, start to straighten your front knee. With your inhale, pull your right fingertips forward and find a triangle pose. So your right hand can come to your right shin. It can come to a block on the outside of your right leg. You can have it at this level. You can have it at a lower level, depending on how tight your hamstring and your hips are. So you're pushing your hips forward. So I'm pushing my hips forward towards you, towards the camera. And I'm rotating my right lung, the lower lung, up towards the ceiling and stacking my left shoulder on top of the right, my left hip on top of the right. So you should feel the stretch in that inner right hip and thigh. So all along here, that groin area. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, go ahead and bring your left fingertips down towards the ground. Hop your left foot, the back foot, up and out to the left a little bit. So both sets of toes are pointing forward. Both heels are down. So you might have to move that left foot up a substantial amount so that both toes can point forward and both heels can be down. On your inhale, find a halfway lift over your right leg. And this might be where you stay. Again, you can use that block. You can have your hands on the block here. If this feels good and you can go a little bit deeper, on your exhale, go ahead and fold forward over your right leg. Pulling your right hip up and back, your left hip down and forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice deep breath in, and a long breath out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and find a halfway lift, nice long spine. Now on your exhale, go ahead and turn your hands to the left. So, nice wide-legged straddle. Toes are pointing in, heels are pointing out. Chest is nice and high. Take a nice deep breath in here. And then on your exhale, go ahead and fold forward over your legs for this nice wide-legged straddle. You can stay right here if this is enough. You can use a block if going too far forward is a little much. Or if you want to deepen this stretch, you can grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers, wrapping those first two fingers in your thumb around the big toe. On an inhale, have a halfway lift, nice long spine, and then on your exhale, go ahead and fold forward. So using this spine between your hands and your feet to invite the crown of your head down and your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Pushing through the outer edges, the pinky toe side of each foot. Keeping a little bend in the knees here so you're not locking the knee joints out. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. Go ahead and release your hands from your feet if you had them there. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Walk yourself back towards the top of your mat. Right toes point forward, left toes point forward. Step your left foot forward to meet the right. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Nice long spine. And then exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale and rise to the top. Stretch your arms out to the side, up and over your head. Exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale and find a halfway lift. Nice long spine. On your exhale, find high plank, very top of your push-up. So again, you can stay right here, or you can roll forward to the tips of your toes. Bend your elbows lower halfway down for chaturanga. Inhale and push yourself to an upward facing dog. Exhale back, find downward facing dog. If you were in that high plank, go ahead and push yourself back to your downward facing dog. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale and lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Left hip and left toes pointing down. Flexing and fanning the toes of your left foot like you're standing on the back wall. Take a nice deep breath in as you lift that leg up a little bit higher. On your exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Spin your back heel flat. So warrior one feet. Left toes pointing forward, right toes pointing towards the right front corner of your mat. Bending into your front knee. Inhale and rise to a warrior one. So again, your front knee is over the ankle. Left toes are pointing forward, right toes pointing towards the right front corner of your mat. So you're spinning your right hip forward, left hip back. Making that front thigh parallel to the ground, hugging your belly in, dropping your tail down. With your inhale, lifting your arms high, warrior one. Lower half of your body pushing down and forward. Upper half of your body pulling up and out. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, open up to a warrior two. Left toes are still pointing forward. Right foot's parallel now to the back edge of your mat. Pinky toe side of your foot. Left heel is intersecting the arch of my right foot. Front knee is still bending over the ankle, pulling your knee towards the pinky toe side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then soften them down your back. Bring your gaze over your left fingertips. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Taking another deep breath in. Long breath out. Keep your legs the same. With your inhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm down the back leg, left arm reaches high. Keeping length through the left side body, keeping that deep bend in the front knee. Taking a nice deep breath in, and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, find warrior two. On your inhale, start to straighten your front leg. On your exhale, pull your left fingertips forward, Trikonasana triangle pose. So your left hand can come to your left shin. It can come to a block, high or low, whichever way feels good to you. Stacking your right shoulder on top of the left, and then pushing your hips forward. Rotating your left lung, the lower lung up towards the ceiling as you push your hips forward. Feeling that stretch again in your inner right hip, your inner right groin area. Straightening your front leg, but not locking the knee out. So straightening it to your degree without locking the knee. Taking a nice deep breath in, and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, bring your right hand down to the ground. Hop your right foot up and out to the right, so both sets of toes point forward and both heels are down. On your inhale, find a halfway lift over your left leg. Again, you can stay here. If this is enough for your hamstring on this left side, go ahead and stay. Or you can start to fold forward over your left leg. Pulling your left hip up and back, right hip down and forward. Inviting the crown of your head down towards your left foot as you pull your left hip up and back. You should feel this in the back of your left leg, your left hamstring. If you joined us this morning for our strength and body weight workouts, I know my hamstring's screaming a little bit. Needed this nice stretch. So sending your breath there to create the space. You're not forcing, you're not pushing, just gently asking. Asking for a little release, asking for a little bit more space. Take another deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale and find a halfway lift if you're not already there. On your exhale, start to walk your fingertips over towards the right side of your mat. So again, this nice wide-legged straddle, toes in, heels out, outer edges of the feet pushing down into the ground. Again, you can stay here with the block if this is enough for you, or you can grab onto your big toes, use that bind, nice inhale as you find a halfway lift, exhale and fold over your legs. Invite the crown of your head down, your sit bones up towards the ceiling, pushing through the outer edges of both feet. Spreading the sit bones apart. I know that's a weird cue, but that's really what it is here. Feeling those glutes stretch and relax. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice deep breath in, long breath out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. Go ahead and release your hands from your feet. Inhale and find a halfway lift. On your exhale, go ahead and walk your hands back towards your left foot, towards the top of your mat. Step your left foot back to meet the right for a high plank. Again, you can stay right here, holding this high plank with or without your knees, or inhale to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back, chaturanga. Inhale and push to an upward facing dog, nice big back bend. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and come to the tips of your toes. Exhale and bend your knees, look forward. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. So you guys stay up there at the top of your mat. I'm going to face you. Separate your feet hip distance apart. So 2 fists between the big toes. It can be a little wider here if that feels good. And again, if you want to stay right here with your block, you can have your block right here, especially if you have super tight hamstrings. Or you can grab onto your big toes or slide your hands all the way under your feet for gorilla pose. Wherever you're at, on an inhale, bend your knees a lot, find a halfway lift, nice long spine, and then on your exhale, go ahead and fold forward. Using the spine between your hands and your feet to invite the crown of your head down and your sit bones high. Breathing into the back of your legs and your hamstrings. Remembering that deeper doesn't mean better, it only means deeper. So some people are able to go deeper pretty easily, some people not. Neither one is wrong. Doing what's best for your body, listening to your own body, making that mind-body connection. That's what yoga is all about. Let's take another deep breath in and a long breath out. Go ahead and release your hands from your feet. Separate your feet a little bit wider here. And we'll find a goddess pose. We call it infant squat here at RF, but it's a goddess pose. So go ahead and sit your bottom down and back in between your heels. Your whole heel, your whole foot is down. So separate your feet as much as you need to. And again, if you have that block, you can use it, place it right underneath if you want to do a modified supported version of this pose. Or you can have no block, bringing your hands to your heart and using your elbows to help you push your knees open wide. Pulling your heart towards your thumbs, and then lifting your bottom up off of the earth about 2 inches, just so you can activate your lower abdomen, unless you're using that block as a support. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, go ahead and release your fingertips to the earth. Lift your hips up nice and high. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale and find a halfway lift. Nice long spine. On your exhale, find high plank. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Inhale, rock the weight forward, tips of toes. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, push to an upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Go ahead and drop your knees down to the ground, one at a time. Cross over your ankles and find a seat. So just like we were seated at the beginning of class. From here, bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to open wide. So this is called Setu Bandhasan, or butterfly pose. So bringing your heels in nice and close to you, keeping your chest up nice and high. Use your elbows to open your knees. Take a nice deep breath in here. Open your feet up like a little book, and then on your exhale, start to fold forward. So imagine you're placing your heart right into that little book. So you're keeping length in the low back, breathing into your inner hips and thighs. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and slowly come back up. Move your feet like 2 inches away from you. So 2 inches forward. Keep hold of your feet. If you can't grab your feet, it's fine. Just grab your ankles or wherever you can on your shins. On your inhale, get a nice tall spine, and then on your exhale, start to fold forward. Again, using your elbows to gently soften your knees down towards the ground, trying to pull your heart towards your feet. Breathing into those outer hips and thighs, as well as the inner hips. Getting into that IT band a little bit here. One more deep breath in, and long breath out. Inhale and come up. One more time. Move your feet even further away from you. So it's like you're making a big diamond with your legs. Again, you probably can't grab your feet now. Maybe the ankles. Inhale, lift your heart nice and high, and then on your exhale, go ahead and fold forward. You should feel this in that outer upper hip area. I know I do. Mine are really tight. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and slowly come up. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest and make your way onto your back. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Finding happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of your feet and gently pulling your knees down in towards your armpits. So the soles of your feet are pointing up towards the ceiling. Your low back is on the ground. You can hold this stable, or you can do a little rock side to side. Either one is fine. Taking another deep breath in and a long breath out. And go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze and find Shavasana. Go ahead and separate your feet more than mat distance apart. Arms nice and wide, palms facing up. Integrate your shoulder blades together underneath you so that your heart and your chest can stay wide open. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. No longer controlling the rhythm of your breath. Allowing it to be soft. Allowing it to be free. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give your best anyway. For you see, in the end, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. And very slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently allowing some movement back into your fingers, back into your toes. Maybe stretching your arms up overhead, taking a nice full body stretch if that feels good. As you're ready, hugging your knees into your chest and rolling off to whichever side seems to call to you this morning or this evening, depending on when you're watching this. Using your hands, gently pushing yourself up to a seated position at the top of your mat, with your eyes remaining closed and your hands falling to Anjali Mudra, heart center, our mudra of gratitude. Taking a moment here to honor yourself. Honor everyone who's joining me here in this yoga session. I'm grateful to each and every one of you coming here, sharing your practice with me, remembering your intention and sending it into the universe. Bringing your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Hope to see you guys soon. Stay safe.